All right, in this video, we're going to do indicator 4.2, which is all about evaluating. So question number 10 here. If g of x is equal to x squared minus x, find g of negative 2. So the idea is we're going to take negative 2 and put it in place of all the x's. So g of negative 2 is going to equal negative 2 squared. For the love of all that is good, put those in parentheses. All right, negative 2 parentheses squared is going to be 4. The double negative in front of that 2 is positive 2, so that is equal to 6. All right, that one's done. We've got two functions for question 11, and we're going to start with this inside part. We're going to find f of 12 first. So f of 12, we're going to go to the f function here. We've got 12 minus 3, so that's the square root of 9. Square root of 9 is 3, so now this becomes g of 3, because that's what we just figured out f of 12 is equal to. So now I want to take a moment and find out what g of 3 is. So we're going to do 3 squared plus 2 times 3. 3 squared is 9. 2 times 3 is 6. 9 plus 6 makes 15, and that is the final answer. All right, we're going to evaluate some logs here. So part A, we've got 3 to some power is equal to 81. That's going to be 4. 81 is 3 to the 4th. 4 to some power is equal to 1. The only way this works is if x is equal to 0, right? Any number raised to the 0 is 1. And last one here is 5 to some power is equal to 25. That's going to, that's just going to be, what is that, 2. 5 squared is 25. All right. Over to number 13 here. These are the weird, and I do call them weird, but it's little element symbols. And this just says this point is an element of that function. This point is also an element of that function. So we're going to start with f of 2. So f of 2 means my x value is 2. I want to know what the function is. So from this very first ordered pair, we get f of 2 is equal to negative 8. So this means we're going to do f of negative 8 here. And so that's the next line I want to figure out is, well, what's f of negative 8? Our second ordered pair, right, x value is negative 8. The function value is 9. And that's what f of 2 is. All right. All right. Question number 14, part A and part B, we're doing a little evaluation. When you have log of 10 like this, this is, right with a pen there, that's a base 10. So 10 to what power is equal to 10? That's going to be 1, right? 10 to the first is 10. Question part B, though, 3 to some power is equal to 50. Yeah, just 50. I have no idea. So this is going to have to apply a different kind of logarithm. So we're going to do the log of 3 to the x is equal to log of 50. Fly that exponent in front. So x log 3 equals log 50. Divide both sides by log of 3. Those 3's are getting worse and worse every time. So we're going to get x is equal to the log of 50 divided by the log of 3. So let me grab my calculator because that's not going to happen in my head. And no expectation it would happen in yours either. So log of 50 divided by log of 3. Do make sure when you put the log of 50 in that you close the parentheses there, or else you're going to get some wacky answer. I'm going to check this. So if I do 3 to that answer, yep, I get 50. All right, so that answer, we're going to call it 3.56. We'll round it off to 2 decimal places. Get rid of my calculator. If I need it, I'll pull it back. All right. Problem number 15, I've given you both an x and a y. So let's see, y is negative 3. Then I've got x cubed. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and put a bracket here. So I can do the parentheses x cubed minus negative 3 with a little bracket there. All right, inside, let's see, we've got 2 cubed is 8. Minus a negative, we're going to become plus. So negative 3, let's see, 8 plus 3 is 11. So negative 3 times 11 would be negative 33. All right, next question. All right, number 16 is a whole bunch of problems that all deal with your 30, 60, 90s and 45, 45, 90s. Now, you could use your unit circle on this. You could also use the special right triangles. So let's see if this is 45. That was, what was this? 1 root 2 over 2. No, that's not right. Give me a second. No, it is root 2 over 2. Sorry. Brain just went on hiatus there for a second. Let's see. And this is 30 there. And that's a 1. So this is 1/2 and then root 3 over 2. All right. So we can use these special right triangles to find this information. So sine of 30, here's my 30-degree angle. We're going to do opposite, so 1/2 over the hypotenuse. I really don't need to divide by 1 there, so that's going to be 1/2. Tangent of 60, so 60 degrees is right down here. We're going to do opposite over adjacent, so that's going to be root 3 over 2 over 1/2. So multiply by 2 over 1. Those two cancel, and you're left with a root 3. Sine of 45, we're going to go to the 45-degree angle. And by the way, it won't matter which one of these you pick because these two sides are identical. So let's say I do this one. Sine is the opposite side over the hypotenuse. So let's go root 2 over 2. I don't really need to show that I'm dividing by 1. Cosine of 30, so sine, 30, the 30-degree angle is here. Cosine is the adjacent side over the hypotenuse. So that's going to be root 3 over 2. Let's see if I can get that squished in enough. Tangent of 45. So tangent of 45 is the opposite over the adjacent. So it's going to look like a weird fraction here. So it's root 2 over 2 all over root 2 over 2. That's the same number divided by itself. Tangent of 45 is just 1. Let's see, cosine of 60. So the 60-degree angle is sitting right here. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So that's going to be 1/2. Wow, that was horrible. Let's try that again. There we go, 1/2. And sine of 60. So back here, 60 here. That is the opposite over the hypotenuse. So root 3 over 2. Root 3 over 2. All right, so you could use your trig chart, not your trig chart, your special right triangles, or you could actually find all this information out of the unit circle. It will not matter which way you find it. All right, number 17. If f of x is equal to this and g of x is equal to, find g of f of x. All right, so g of f of x. Here's the thing. F of x is equal to x plus 6. So I am going to, instead of writing f of x here, erase that, and I'm going to put in its place x plus 6. And so then, let me kind of shrink that back a little bit. There we go. So then in the g function, everywhere I have an x, right? This is my g function. I just left parentheses for the x's, so x squared minus 3x, so there's that one. Everywhere I have an x, I'm going to replace it with x plus 6, and there's another x plus 6. So the first part we're going to do x plus 6 squared, whoops, which means it is squared, but we're going to go ahead and actually multiply it out. And then minus, I'll go ahead and distribute here, so 3x, and then what is that, minus 18? Sure. So x squared plus 6x plus 6x plus 36 minus 3x minus 18. Making those threes has not gotten easier. So let's see, x squared, 6x and 6x is 12x. 12x minus 3x would be positive 9x. And 36 minus 18 is positive 18. So g of f of x is equal to x squared plus 9x plus 18. I believe there is one more question here. It kind of goes back to the elements. All right. And I'm asking you to find k if negative 2, 8 is an element of f. So this ordered pair is the point x comma f of x. So in this function here, x is going to get replaced with negative 2, and f of x is going to get replaced with 8. And then we'll be able to solve for k. So let's see what we got here. So f of x is 8. 5 times x is negative 2 plus k. So 8 is equal to negative 10. We're going to add 10 to both sides. And I'm getting k is equal to 18. All right, that is the last question in this very relatively long section for indicator. I'm trying to get all the way in. That was a lot of work. Indicator 4.2 on evaluating. As always, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and we'll see you in the next one.